So you're over and back to LA a lot now, and generally as girls we're not the best at packing. Has traveling so much made you a good packer?
Packing for me, I will never learn. I always overpack, and then I always forget one extremely crucial thing. Like this time, I went to 4 shops to get particular food colouring for my niece's birthday party, got it, and then left it on the kitchen table. But luckily, my friend happens to be travelling from LA to Dublin this week, so he is my food colouring mule.
Nice. And ahead of the holiday season, have you learned any tips and tricks to become a better packer, creating that perfect capsule wardrobe for holidays?
I am really good about creating capsule wardrobes for weekends away and trips like that. I always visualize, the entire outfit. So I'm like, these shoes, this jewellery, and I map it out on a hanger the different days, and I will always have a backup. And I remember a friend of mine was going for a romantic break to Paris, and I remember she picked this beautiful outfit, and I said, make sure you have something just in case. And sure enough, she opened a pot of eyeshadow and went all over her gorgeous dress. But thankfully, I told her to bring something else, so she was prepared.
What's one thing everyone should have in their holiday wardrobe then?
One thing everyone should have in their holiday wardrobe. Ooh, I love caftans. Like, it depends where you're going. If you're going somewhere warm, if it's a city break or whatever, it all depends. Comfortable shoes that you can... I sound like such an L, uncomfortable shoes. But if you're doing a lot of walking around, if you're somewhere hot, there is nothing worse than being in pain. So, like, a really cute pair of gladiator flats that look gorgeous but are also practical, I would say, is a must for, even if it's a city break, if it's in the summer, or if it's more beachy. What else? I do love a good maxi dress, because you can kind of roll them into a ball, take them out the other end, and they look fine. So that's another must for me.
And do you go glamorous at the airport, or are you in tracksuit bottoms?
Do I go glamorous at the airport? Absolutely not. And everyone in Dublin Airport probably knows me at this stage, because I'm generally crying as I'm going through the airport, because have just said goodbye to my family, because I get back to Dublin a lot, but sometimes when I'm flying back to LA, I don't know when my next trip is going to be, and it's always quite wrenching. So no, I'm not glamorous. I'm generally wearing a pair of sunglasses to cover the fact that I look like I've been punched in both eyes, and I wear like kind of yoga type, harem pants, the sort of MC Hammer trouser type things, that are really comfy, because I am getting onto a plane and I'm arriving in LA sort of 16, 18 hours later. So it is absolutely about comfort and never glamour. No makeup, hair in a bun, and like big giant scarf to wrap around and turn into a blanket. That's me.
And do you have any like special skincare saviors
I
after a long flight?
always, for long flights, I always put a massive layer of creme de la mer, the original formula, the really thick cream on my face. And then, because there's no direct flight to LA, I generally have to stop over somewhere, be it New York or London or anywhere, Amsterdam, and I will spritz with the de la mer mist at the halfway point. And then I have the like miniature ones for on the plane that I kind of, like, I open up a little kit and I'm there with my lavender oil as well to kind of douse the seat and the general area, and I have my giant pillow. I mean, I like to be comfortable.
And is there anything from home that you always bring away with you?
Is there anything from home that I always bring away with me? Gosh, I cannot think. I always bring some sort of, if I'm traveling somewhere else and that's not my house, I always have to have a big giant candle. Like even if I'm in a hotel for one night, I have to have a candle that smells gorgeous. So there's always one of them. That's not very practical, very heavy, in a big glass container in my suitcase.
And lastly then, what do you miss most about Ireland when you're away?
What do I miss most about Ireland? So many things. Well, first and foremost, my friends and family. Not getting to be able to just pick up the phone whenever I want, because with an 8-hour time difference, a lot of times people are asleep. I miss Irish crack, the sense of humour. We really are the funniest, wittiest, most entertaining people in the world, and I say that without a shred of bias. It's absolute fact. I really notice that when I'm in LA, like just the banter that you overhear in Ireland, it could be a sitcom on its own. It's just, we're just very funny as a nation, and I miss that. Irony doesn't go down so well in certain corners in Los Angeles. It does with certain people, but other people are just staring at, and you're like, oh wow, I was joking.